Is it
Hey,
on?
yeah, it is.
Oh.
Hey everyone.
I thought I was starting.
Oh, you are? Okay, go ahead. Welcome.
We want to give some updates on our life and what God's been doing, and on the business, on Wildflower Ceramics, where we've been, the ups and downs, the struggles, the different things we've been dealing with, raising kids, being a part of a church, all those things. We can't do that all in one video. So we just really felt like we needed to start something. We don't actually know what it's going to look like. We don't know what it'll turn into. We just felt like we had to start something, and we've been talking about it for months now. So we're just starting something.
Yeah.
And we're probably calling the YouTube channel Life with the Pikes. It's just going to be about our life. So if you want to follow that, if you want to be a part of our life in that, we'd love for you to join. The hope is to be an encouragement, to show some real raw things, to talk about some real raw things, probably the same things you're dealing with, that most people just don't talk about. Social media is a highlight reel. It's all about all the great, amazing things. God's been doing great and amazing things, but there's been lots of different struggles and second guessing and all those things that we've been dealing with. So we're going to try to start a YouTube channel. We'd love for you to be a part of it, and let us know things you might want us to talk about, things like that. But we're going to have a series, we think, and this is the first one. This is just an intro to let you know what's going on, but it'll be coffee with Chris and Anna out of a Wildflower mug. So this is one of my mugs that I drink out of all the time.
I drink
this mug. And Anna hates it. She didn't even sign.
I don't hate it.
She didn't even sign this one.
I'm just not Here's the thing. I make mugs, and whatever ones I don't want to sell, or I don't really think could sell or are up to par, we keep them. And then Chris decides to claim some of them. But yes. Yeah. And this is one of my favorite ones. It's simple, has a good handle. Yeah. Goes with everything. Anyways,
she just
it's
made
a good sipper.
11 of those yesterday. So if you want one,
all different
go on our Etsy. But I just realized we do need a monitor, because I have no idea where I'm holding this mug and if people can see it. So we need an upgrade already.
No, I think they can because of the frame.
Well, yeah, but I want to see where it is. The pros.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm excited for this because there's a lot around social media, like Chris was saying, and just out there that everyone has a nice studio setup. Everyone's got perfect lighting, and they're bringing you updates in this perfect space. But we're gonna kind of really take the camera around and show you guys what we're working in, what we're working with. Life. I mean, the kids might come running down. You're gonna hear stomps. Probably because we don't have a studio set up. It's life with the Pikes. And like Chris said, we just want to be an encouragement for you guys. Not only encourage you guys, but help you dream in things. If you feel like God is guiding you in a certain way, or telling you to do a certain thing, helping you to take those baby steps to get there. Because we're not doing it perfectly. We're trying to just hear from God the way that we're hearing from God, and taking the little steps towards that. And faith is hard, it's scary. So it's been scary, it's been difficult, but it's been also really amazing to see God work, to take a step and not knowing where your step is going to go, but God working it out. So yeah, that's what I wanted to say, I think.
Yeah, so this video is just going to be a quick
Yes.
update and a reminder of where we're at if you haven't heard the story. So like a year and a half ago, actually more than a year and a half ago, I was out in the woods pretending to hunt. I like to hunt, but I never see anything. The only time I do is when they're eating a trash in our dumpster, like bear and
there's
stuff.
been
The deer don't. Well, yeah,
There's been deer in the field.
yeah, now. But
Now that he's
because
not
they know I
hunting.
can't get them. I was out in the woods and I just was praying, and because not praying for deer, I was just praying for our life because we were just in a different season, trying to figure out things, trying to figure out what the heck God was doing, what He wanted us to do. And I just felt strongly that He was telling me to stop working on Kaya Homes, which is my construction company I started, and really start focusing on helping Anna build what was a hobby into a business, which is Wildflower Ceramics.
We need to make sure it's recording, so cut. Wildflower Ceramics.
I didn't tell anybody. I didn't really tell her right away. I just was feeling that. I didn't think God was telling me to stop doing Kaya Homes. I just felt like, hey, stop trying to build it. Stop trying to hire people. Stop trying to create a better website, better systems and all that, but to start focusing on this. And I just kind of took that first step, that baby step, and was like, all right, let's see where it goes. And we did some craft fairs that year. Fast forward to almost a year later, where we both really felt that God was telling us to stop taking jobs for Kaya Homes. And so that was the first time that we kind of took a much bigger step. So I still did Kaya Homes for the next 4 or 5 months, trying to figure out or finish jobs and move forward in that. And when you hear this story, you're like, wow, you're so much faith. You should have saw the struggle that I had, trying to make sure I was hearing from God. The one thing that I struggle with is second guessing what God's telling me. Because I've heard God wrong before. I've done things that I thought God was telling me that weren't where He was leading, or I misunderstood or whatever. So I'm very cautious these days to just jump on things and really see what He's telling us to do in that moment. So here we are now. What was that, November? It was October, November of 2022.
Yeah.
It is now July of 2023, and we've kind of got this makeshift pottery studio built out that God just keeps telling us to work on. I keep trying to work on other things because I want to make money. So I'm like, what if we try this? What if we try this? And they're kind of side projects, and God's just keeps bringing me back. Anna can talk to her side of the things, but to just organize what we have. So we'll take you around and give you a tour, maybe in this part of the video. Cut tour. Fancy, it's nothing crazy, but we are just trying to be faithful and take those steps, and God's been providing in different ways. There's definitely moments where we're like, are we sure we did the right thing? Because we don't have any money. Like, when are we going to pay our mortgage? How are we going to pay the electric bill? And we're just going through. So Sunday, our pastor, Nate Gagney at Restoration Church, he had a message, and part of the message was about, the whole thing was about how an engine works, and one of the steps is compression, and we feel like we're kind of in that compression stage where God's just it's the trials, it's the steps of faith, it's the scary moments. He's like working something out in us, because once we get past this, I don't think that, oh, now life will be easy. He's going to ask us to do something even bigger. Yeah. And if we don't build our faith in this now, we'll never be able to take that next step, because we'll be too scared. We won't trust that he would tell us to do those things.
Right.
So that's a little bit of an update. We'll give more details as the YouTube channel goes, or whatever it turns into. But why don't you share your perspective and whatever you've been feeling? Yeah,
so I started Wildflower Ceramics in 2019, and Chris was doing construction. So this was my outlet. I'm an artist, creative mind, so I always need to be using my hands and all of that. I have to use my hands doing something, and I was binge watching pottery videos, and I really wanted to. It was my addiction. Some people scroll TikTok, I scroll pottery videos. And, anyways, so we're going to have to cut this out. I need to get my brain back.
No, you don't cut it out. It's real life.
No, I need to get my brain back. So anyways, we bought the first chunk of clay, got the pottery wheel on Craigslist, got the kiln on Craigslist. Ended up buying the wrong clay, but that's another story. Anyways, we figured it out, and I slowly started making pots. I was teaching myself via YouTube, and really just kind of fell in love with it. And then somebody, I can't remember who it was, but somebody was like, I would buy that mug. And so I started to realize, wait, I could turn this into a business. Like, I could turn this into a thing. This isn't just a hobby. And during that time, I was doing a lot of studying and digging into and research about human trafficking. And God kind of put that on my heart in 2019, 2018. And as a mom of four, parents of four, how on earth could I do anything to help impact in this area? So I decided that I'm trying to figure out how to word this. So I think it's because you're looking at me. I don't know what to do.
There's no one actually there to look at. I can't see the people on the other side.
I know. So anyways, I decided, so we're going to have to cut. So big picture is that that's when I realized that I wanted Wildflower Ceramics to make some sort of impact. So whether that would be giving to organizations, a percentage to organizations that are helping to fight against human trafficking, or bringing in women who have been trafficked and investing in them and teaching them the trade. There are a lot of things that kind of went through my head, but we know that it's not our plans. We know it's God's plans. We know he's put this in our heart. So we're just kind of taking it step by step. So when God said, I want you to work, I heard him say, just keep making pots. So I wake up every morning and I just keep making pots, keep working the business, and Chris is doing his part in the business, and we know God's in it.
We're just taking steps of faith and pushing on doors, and hopefully our life can be an encouragement to you to know that you don't have to do what everyone else is doing. If you feel like God is telling you to do something crazy that doesn't make sense, that's not necessarily the smartest looking thing to do, to take those steps. And we are taking some of those steps in sometimes fear. It can be scary.
We've had to sacrifice a lot too. We've had to sacrifice, we can't do certain things with the kids. The kids can't be a part of certain programs, because that costs extra. So being able to chat with our kids about these things, it's been a full circle.
Yeah, we just find other fun things to do. You got rivers.
You get creative.
Around us. You go to the ocean, whatever.
Yeah.
But this has been Coffee with Chris and Anna. Is that a good ending? We're totally not. That's all we're ending with.
Thanks for having coffee with us this morning.
Yeah, hopefully your coffee was good. And maybe
is your coffee not good?
It is.